Morning. It's Saturday. It's day 6 of just recording straight. I kind of set this goal a couple days back, just to get acclimated to being on camera again. So this morning I'm headed off to O'Reilly's because I've got to change my oil. But yesterday I didn't really have much of a topic to talk about, but this morning I do have something I kind of want to share after I went for a kind of an exploratory 7-mile hike. I took work off early yesterday, and so I decided that I'm going to use this time. The wife and the kids weren't home, so I'm going to use this time to just go do something different. I don't get many opportunities to do things like that, so I've got plenty of trails near my house, and I decided I was just going to go explore. And one of the things that I encountered while I was on this hike was, it gave me the opportunity for quiet alone and to just think. And there's so many trails in my area with known destinations that I could have easily researched and planned where I wanted to go, and found a really good destination, like a place, a reason basically to be out there, a reason to be out there hiking, a scenic place to finish out at. And it's funny because I was thinking about this while I was on my hike yesterday. I didn't have a plan. I've never explored these trails before, and so I just kind of went. And I think there's something to be said about, planning out your hike, and if there's a specific destination you want to see. But there's something about that to me that feels inauthentic. And I was thinking about this while I was out yesterday. There's something about that feels inauthentic. Like, I want to go explore and discover these things that are new to me by myself. And while I didn't really end up anywhere particularly interesting, I was out there experiencing this thing that was new to me. And so that really, while I was out there in the quiet, because there was nobody else out there, while I was out there in the quiet, that really got me thinking, like, this is just the kind of chaotic person that I am. Like, I like to figure things out on my own. There's plenty of people that have blazed these trails. There's plenty of people, that have gone before me that know where the interesting destinations are. And I just kind of didn't care. I wanted to go experience this on my own. Seemingly discovering what's new to me on my own. And the more I kind of thought about that, I realized that's kind of how I've always been, learning things the hard way. So that hike yesterday was really a metaphor for the way I've always done my life. Would it be better to learn from those who have kind of gone before me, and take pointers and tips from people that have kind of gone before me? Yeah. But at the same time, I think lessons are learned oftentimes better, from your own experience. And so while I wouldn't necessarily advocate for never listening to somebody else or never benefiting from somebody else's experience, I do think at the same time there's something to be said about just getting out and exploring something new on your own without any prior research. I had a good time all by myself. I made it about halfway up this mountain. It was about 1,660 feet of elevation, and I could just see the whole city. It was pretty amazing. And so anyway, while I said that I didn't necessarily end up seemingly anywhere significant, I guess I'll say, the experience of just being out and exploring something new, I wouldn't say was better, because I would want to arrive somewhere. I wouldn't say it was better, but I would say that there was a certain sense of, magic to it, I suppose, authenticity to it, because I was just out and organically exploring. There was a couple trails that branched off, and it's like, oh, I wonder what could be over here, and I ended up finding some hideaways in these trails where people, had like a fire pit and stuff, and so it was kind of cool because it was off the beaten path, and so it was an organic experience, and I think, as I thought to myself while I was out there doing this, that I enjoy that. I enjoy the unknown. I enjoy being able to explore something on my own. And one of the traps that I think that people like me or creative types like me can fall into is getting everything right and having a planned destination. And I think doing things with intentionality is the right way to do it, but sometimes you also have to be willing to step into the unknown. And so today, that's just kind of what's on my mind. It was a really cool experience to just kind of be out there exploring on my own, organically, wondering what could be up this next trail or around this next hill or rock formation. And so it was a really cool experience. So anyway, I think there's value in that. I think there's value in both learning from other people's experience, but at certain points, you've got to be willing to step into the unknown on your own and actually get out and do things. And that's kind of what I learned. So yeah, I just leave that with you today. It's day 6. That's all I've got for you today. Tomorrow will be day 7. It's the last video I'm going to drop on this channel. And then next week starts the new project. So I'm really pumped. It's been a great experience for me to approach life with a certain heightened level of thoughtfulness and consideration as I do these videos and what I'd like to share. And then, it's also been really good to actually put myself on camera. And so, again, if you got something out of this, great. Let me know in the comments if you're watching, and we'll see you tomorrow for the last one. Peace.